What's up, SpeedGaming 6? You are joining us for a Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer Tournament match. This is week 4 this week, so we are going to be using the language barrier settings. Match is between Zimbabwe and Steve. I'm Java. I will be commentating this race for you all. Hope everyone in chat's doing well. So, to explain what language barrier is. So, each week of this tournament has unique settings. So this week we have removed all the translators from the item pool this week. So that means no hints for our runners, and also the translator doors will be set to unlocked. So only part of that is actually a barrier. The other part of that actually opens the game up for us. But I definitely think our runners will be missing our hints. The other part of this is that we only have 5 STKs in the pool. However, the hints for those will be area only. So instead of it saying an exact room, it will be saying just an area like Aegon Waste or Torvus Bog, etc. And the runners are taking off right now. Hopefully Zimbabwe's stream will catch up with us in a little bit. And there they go. Oh, the other thing I didn't mention, we have a landing site start as opposed to our usual main energy controller start. And with those gates being unlocked, we can bypass the first initial hive chamber loop and go straight through these gates here. So the first item that these players will likely come across is the item in Transport to Aegon Waste. We do have a few RAs this match as well. Pretty standard. We're going to be using New Patcher, as well as enabling the multiplayer item pickups. That includes unlimited missiles, unlimited beam ammo, and double damage. Incash in a Cursed Lake contains a missile-related upgrade. That can only be helpful if it's unlimited missiles. Can't be Seekers, and it can't be Launcher. I guess it could be Launcher, technically, but... That is a PB expansion in Transport to Aegon. So both runners will have to backtrack out of here, because that item doesn't do anything for us. So the next place these runners will likely go is Great Temple. Like I said before, all those gates are unlocked, so we actually can get into Great Temple through the Violet Gate. That usually is locked until you beat Alpha Splinter. And as chat points out, that's a good point. That was only a PB expansion, so we can use that power bomb, but it will not be in logic according to the randomizer. So it is not expecting us to use those power bombs. I couldn't quite tell what that was in Temple Assembly sites. Looks like Zimbabwe wants it, though. They're trying to do the slope jump to get this. We might want to take care of those splinters first, though. How's it going, Markers? Good to see you. Tuning in for a good one this week. Both of these runners are 1 and 2 in the tournament so far. They both have lost, then won, then lost again. Oh, and Steve is actually making the Hive Chamber B play and finding their launcher. So we know main power bombs or bombs will be somewhere pretty soon. Because without missile launcher, we can't do a whole lot in this game. Zimbabwe's still going for this task jump, and unfortunately is unsuccessful so far. Oh, and they got it. Nice job there. Let's see what this was in task. It was an expansion. Okay. That makes sense that they want that, because now they can check this immediately. And it's another powerbomb expansion. Zimbabwe's eating good tonight. A lot of cheeseburgers. So let's see. We might see some early route diversions immediately. I think Zimbabwe's realizing that... Oh, wait. Right. They have powerbombs, so they can do this. Early E-Tank for Zimbabwe. That'll be pretty helpful. Especially in early Dark Aegon. So Steve's actually going to make the same plays that Zimbabwe is about to. We'll see if they go for that task jump as well to get those 10 missiles. I'm inclined to agree with chat there. I think main PBs are coming soon. I believe Zimbabwe will be checking comm area. They will. Yeah, very similar routing so far. Both of them look like they're doing the same thing. They could take this all the way through GFMC. They do have a power bomb to get out of there. At this point, I don't necessarily think that'd be a bad play. Is that an STK? That is an STK. That's huge for our runners, for both of our runners. That is a very, very easy STK. And like I mentioned earlier, those key hints are area only, so finding one early is huge. There's also only 5 in the pool. That is really huge. Zimbabwe going for the slope jump to duplicate the item in GFMC, but eventually gives up on it. For those that don't know what Zimbabwe was trying to do, so if you get to that box before the cutscene is triggered, you can actually get that item twice. So if it's something like a missile expansion or an energy tank or even a progressive suit, you can actually pick it up twice. And while I was explaining that, they actually found another STK. So that is 2 very early STKs. So we're only looking for 3 more. Steve also going for the slope jump. Struggling with it a little bit. I don't blame them. This jump is not easy. Some of our experienced runners make it look very easy, but I can tell you, it definitely is not. And like Zimbabwe, Steve also giving up on it, which isn't going to cost them. That SDK is not able to be duplicated anyway. Yeah, it looks like Zimbabwe is going to go for Great Temple through the Emerald side. I think that's smart. We can get this item underneath the save station here. All of this is out of logic at the moment. Actually, this one isn't. There's main PBs. So that's locked behind either... That's locked behind a lot of... Not locked behind that much, honestly. Yeah, a lot of things can get that open. But as chat predicted, main PBs were early. And yeah, those power bombs are going to be extremely helpful for this fight, as you can see. Steve going for a jump that I actually didn't know was possible. And there's Boost Ball. That puts our main power bombs in logic. Zimbabwe going to take a peek at what Umos has for us, and then more than likely heading out. I will say, in this week 4 setting, Sank entrance becomes in logic much quicker than usual. Oh, that's not, so that's actually not possible. I was gonna say, I've never seen that before. Yeah, if anyone would know if that's possible, it would definitely be Aaron. So far, it does look like Zimbabwe has had just a bit of a quicker movement through some of these rooms. That looked like just a dark ammo expansion. I think they're just making sure that wasn't a multiplayer item. Yeah. So Zimbabwe more than likely heading to Aegon first. They still have not found that launcher that Steve has. Wait, did Steve not pick up their main power bombs? Okay, they did. They did. I bet they just don't know that they can use a PB to end that mini dark splinter fight faster. Or maybe they just forgot they had it. Either way, it's just putting Zimbabwe a little more ahead. Zimbabwe did not go for Hive Chamber B, so they will not find their launcher, but they did spend a long time going for that task jump to get an expansion, which will definitely help them here. I have no idea what we're looking at in Mining Plaza. I guess Zimbabwe actually doesn't have a logical way up Mining Plaza right now. But I think at this point, I'm pretty sure there's only one check that's available, and that's Hive Chamber B. So if they figure out that logic chain, they really don't have to go back for that. Let's see if we can get a better look at Mining Plaza here, and I don't think we will. And this check is in logic here, and mining station access. Let's see what we got. Wow, we are loaded on PBs. That's 6 already. I could not see what that was in mining station A. We do have sand cache available to us with that unlocked door. It looks like just a missile. What is Zimbabwe doing? Are they going for this expansion? Or not Zimbabwe. What is Steve doing? Yeah, Zimbabwe is going to go straight for Sand Cash. Oh, maybe some indecision from Steve? Huh. I wonder why they're not just going to Aegon. Oh, and that's Space Jump for Zimbabwe. Very nice. Oh, and Zimbabwe is actually using the Wasp Hive to go for this missile expansion. Love this play. Yeah, that's also very smart because once you defeat Bomb Guardian, that layer with the Wasp Hive goes away, so you have to do a 3 BSJ to get up there, and let's face it, that's nowhere near as easy as that space jump that Zimbabwe just pulled off. And Zimbabwe makes quick work of Bomb Guardian, as Steve most likely will follow closely in the steps of Zimbabwe. And Zimbabwe finds vanilla bombs. Not that surprising. I don't think there were that many other places for that to be, other than maybe. Oh, right. It could have been. It could have been on DMT. And Zimbabwe finds his validation in the Aegon Energy Controller. Yeah, not too much divergence in routing, really at all. Steve's just following in Zimbabwe's footsteps for now. So, I guess Zimbabwe's got at least a decision to make because they do have space jumps, so they could go straight into labs, or they could go into Dark Aegon, which it looks like they're about to do. I usually opt for this play as well. Steve finding their space jump. Zimbabwe, if you watch this back, if you didn't know, you can actually just jump straight to the platform that you want to get to from that same spot. At least with space jump. It's not that hard of a slope jump either. Oh, I've actually never seen what happened on Steve's side, where it looked like Bomb Guardian only had like half a health bar left. when he powerbombed him. That was a little interesting. Zimbabwe wisely saving. Without Dark Suit, Dark Aegon is not really that fun. And what's even less fun is dying during. So, yeah, do not blame them. I'm actually surprised to see them going this way as opposed to just going straight for Jump Guardian because they do not have Dark Beam or Spider Ball to get either of these checks. Oh, speaking of Dark Beam, that was Dark Beam in Junction Site, locked by Spider Ball, so probably gonna see that fairly soon. Can't really do a lot without Dark Beam. Actually, that's not true. You can. We'll see if Steve decides to go the same route as Zimbabwe and enter Dark Aegon, or if they go into labs. ETM and Broom Closet. And Zimbabwe going a little risky with their health there. And they have 2 E-tanks. They're fine. Alright, in time for the mind-numbingly boring Jump Guardian fight. For anyone that doesn't know what's happening, so what Zimbabwe is doing is taking advantage of the fact that Jump Guardian's hitbox is actually right there in front of that statue. So even though they haven't activated the fight, they're actually damaging Jump Guardian right now. So when they start the fight, Jump Guardian's health will be almost at 0. Yeah, I agree. I love that statue. And yeah, Zimbabwe demonstrating why that works. I don't mind casting alone. I've got chat with me. Thanks, Mary. I appreciate that. That was an Inghive key on Jump Guardian. Yeah, not gonna lie, sometimes commentating alone is better than being with somebody for me. But yeah, I absolutely have enjoyed all the times I've cast with somebody so far in this community. This is actually my first time commentating any sort of Echo Seed. To answer a question, chat, pretty tame so far. We actually found 2 SDKs already, which was pretty nice. Let's think. We had Boost Ball on Alpha Splinter to get some main power bombs in whatever the Emerald transport is. And that led to Hive Chamber Beam missiles to get up Mining Plaza. We had Vanilla Bombs on Bomb Guardian. Did I miss anything? Oh, Space Jump was in Portal Access A. Yeah, really nothing out of the ordinary. Dark Beam is in Junction Site. That's really the only piece of information now. Ooh, Zimbabwe is opting to go back to the Temple Grounds. I don't know what I would have done in their situation. I think I might have dipped into labs first, especially with boost ball. I guess in their case, if they haven't figured out that missiles are in Hive Chamber B, then maybe they're thinking that could be there. I can't argue with that play because they just found Annihilator. Wow. Big brain play from Zimbabwe. I'm kind of hoping for a buried light beam now that showed up. And yeah, they're going to find their missile launcher. By the way, a quick shout out to the runners for both having auto trackers, so I don't have to do that alone in the booth. So I appreciate them. Oh, I haven't watched that seed. That's gonna be Annihilator has been the downfall of many runners this tournament. I actually was on the winning end of one of those where I faced Bellator, and they did not find Annihilator for quite some time. And I think after that, they've RA'd to start with Annihilator every race. Zimbabwe learning that you cannot open that gate with Annihilator, you have to use Light Beam. Zimbabwe doing what I do and spamming Power Beam to the rhythm of the music. I appreciated that. I almost always do it in sync when it goes like bow, 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 bow. I fire it on that too every time. Ooh, hey, Reliquary has a key. All right, chat. Let's manifest it. Let's hope. Let's get an STK there. That would be fantastic. All right, let's see if Chip has anything. Missile. Ooh, is Zimbabwe gonna go for these E dashes to check gateway? That would be very impressive. I just tried to learn these for this tournament, and wow, they are not easy. Once again, some runners in this community make it look like nothing, but it is really hard. Oh, maybe they're just checking this one. I couldn't tell what that was. I thought I saw some orange. If it's not a missile, I wouldn't be shocked. But at the same time, I do think it was a missile. Oh, and Steve is going to make the labs play. It's going to steer them away from Annihilator, but more than likely, it's going to lead them to Spider. Oh, did they not have a power bomb? Yeah, I also wouldn't be surprised if they're just not comfortable going for those E dashes because, like I said, they're not easy. All right, Steve's gonna get us a peek at what was that? Was that spider right there? But that wouldn't make sense because I think you need spider to get there without light beam. Or screw attack, I guess. Anyone in chat see what that, get a better look at that central mining station item? It probably was an E-tank, actually, now that I'm thinking about it more. I'm pretty sure Steve peaked that dark beam, but could be wrong. Oh, that looks like a suit, and it is. Dark suit for Steve. Was that? I missed that on Zimbabwe. Was that an E-tank? I thought I saw blue. Who the heck knows? We're still looking for spider on both sides. With Annihilator, that actually is a little interesting because it could mean that Annihilator leads to like supers in Doomed Entry, which is disgusting. But I'm kind of hoping it happens now. And then like supers in Doomed Entry leads to Spider and Battleground. Oh, that can't be right because we need Light Beam. Wait, no, we can't. No, that's not true. That can't work because you need Dark Beam to get out of Dark Labs. All right, Steve's going to continue further into labs. We'll be able to check two things here. I guess we'll be able to check three, but we won't be able to get that third one because that'll be locked by Dark Beam. Yeah, we'll be able to open the door after we defeat Dark Samus, where Dark Beam usually is, but we won't be able to get out because Dark Beam is locked by Spider in Junction Site. Is Zimbabwe going for this item? Oh, I haven't seen this method before. Oh, looked like they had it. All right, let's see what that is on Zimbabwe's side. What is that? Is that Seekers? That looked like Seekers. I wonder if that was Spider in Central Mining Station, because Zimbabwe really wants this. I've never seen this method before. Doesn't look like they're getting quite enough height. That is Seekers in bioenergy. Wow, labs loaded today. Had Dark Suit and Command Center, and now Seekers here. I'm under the impression that whatever's in Central Mining Station, it has to be Spider because I don't think Zimbabwe would spend this much time going for this when there's so few checks in logic. Like Dark Suit doesn't really open up anything right now. I don't think it does, at least. And in their mind, they don't even know Dark Suit's available. There's just so few checks that they can do. Oh, Baja, I'm with you for sure. Oh, they got it. Let's go. Nice job. I'm not that familiar with Zimbabwe, so they might not know that they spent all of that time for an E-tank. Wow, I gotta ask them about that afterwards, because that was a lot of time just for an E-tank. But yeah, I was gonna say they might not know the BSJ. I'm actually not that familiar with either of these players. I haven't watched either of their matches before, so yeah, I'm not super familiar with either of their trick knowledge. Huh. I'm actually a little confused on where Spider is now. Oh, Seekers could get to underground tunnel. Um, did Steve save? I don't. Oh boy. I hope Steve either saved or knows the BSJ to get out of here because. Oh, they might have just realized it. Oh no. Oh, please tell me they saved. Oh, this is gonna be so sad if they don't. Alright, let's see where they... They must not know the BSJ to get out. 30 minutes... Okay, that should be fine. Okay, good. They saved. Whew. Oh, are they going back to Temple Grounds? I feel like it's gotta be Spider in Underground Tunnel at this point. But they will find Annihilator, which is nice. And with Zimbabwe spending so much time getting that E-Tank, it actually is giving Steve a chance to catch up after this Temple Grounds loop. Oh, are we going for... Oh. Man, these runners are showing me a lot of unique methods to getting places. I've never seen this before. For those who can't tell, I'm very new to this community. I don't know a lot of these tricks. You're all lucky that there's no out of bounds this tournament because I would be absolutely clueless if they started doing that. And Zimbabwe will pick up their Seekers. So once Steve I'm assuming goes to not Bomb Guardian, Dark Missile Trooper. I think we will be even on items. Yeah, we will. I just realized too, it might be really, really punishing if something is in storage D because Steve didn't check it. Zimbabwe might. I don't know. Like, if they saved, it at least would have been smart to check it, in my opinion. But I don't blame them for not really thinking about that. Yeah, the no out of bounds has been a hot topic recently. Oh, I know you can't get it. I was just thinking it probably would have been smart to check what it was. Just in case they needed to come back for it. Because you can at least check the item, because that door is a power. Baha, we actually know where Dark Beam is. It's in Junction Site. Yeah, Delta. My point was more like not being able to get the item, but just being able to see it and then resetting out instead of what Steve did and just resetting out before you check the item. Steve tried that too. Both runners tried to open the dark crystal with Annihilator, and unfortunately that does not work. I don't blame either of them. I absolutely would have tried that, especially with Dark Suit. Seems like and with Seekers actually. No Dark Visor for a Cursed Lake though. Oh, we also know that's dead. All right, let's see if Steve goes for these extended dashes. Okay, are we gonna? Oh, I thought Zimbabwe had already done this fight. Both runners making quick work of Dark Samus 1 with the power bomb. Nicely done. Okay, so we are gonna see what this is. Oh, that could be punishing for Steve if we don't go back for this. Oh, it's an Aegon key. Oh, let's see if they know the BSJ to get out. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to work either. The light crystals and the dark crystals both do not work with Annihilator. Something for both runners, because I've noticed that they both used Quick Game instead. If you use, I think is it BX and Start is the Quick Game? Yeah, there's a quick game combo of buttons. It's Start. I'm pretty sure it's Start X and B. If not, sorry, but I don't know why I can't think of it right now. Oh, was Steve going for? Oh, I think he just realized he can't get either of those items. But with Annihilator, it's not a bad idea. You just need Echo for Profane Path, and you need Grapple and Dark Visor or Screw Attack to get Phase on Ground. So unfortunately, neither of those are in Steve's hands. Let's see where Zimbabwe goes. They've got a few options here. They could go to Dark Labs, but I don't think that would be the smartest play. because actually no, that would actually be the worst play because I don't think they could get out. That's not true. They could. If they get Light Beam in Doomed Entry and then Supers in Battleground, they could get out. But that still doesn't solve the Dark Beam problem because neither of those items are Spider. So I think they're gonna go for Underground Tunnel. Oh boy, they're gonna go for Dark Labs. Okay, Zimbabwe's proved me wrong once when I said that probably Labs was the better play, and then they found Annihilator. So I could be proven wrong again. Yeah, and now that's the only check they can make. I guess that's not the worst play to just check what that is. It's just a little bit of a time loss. Because if that was something important, then they know once they have Dark Beam that they can just go straight there. So I don't mind that play. Especially when you're right there. So I'm pretty sure that the only check-in logic now is Underground Tunnel. Oh, Steve might give us a good look at what this is in Mining Plaza. I still can't tell. Gosh. That really looked like an E-Tank. But if it's not an E-Tank, I would not be shocked. Oh, are we going to have a sync up here? Where Steve and Zimbabwe both go for this? Oh yeah, Steve's going to go for Underground Tunnel. We are going to be essentially synced up. Oh, Steve's low on missiles. Yeah, I think they're realizing it. Okay, so now I think they get two shots at this door in Torvis, and that door definitely does not like to cooperate all the time. So everyone wish Steve luck on this next Seeker lock. Um, did I miss something on Zimbabwe's side? Oh, nice. Okay, Seeker door's cooperating. That's what we'd love to see. I guess I missed what happened on that side. Maybe they think it's smarter to just warp the start. And just as we expected, there's Spider-Ball in Underground Tunnel, and Steve is not happy about that. I don't know why. That wasn't that, honestly, like, that awful of a location. Like, the logic kind of pointed you right there. I think with that, Steve's actually in the lead now. Right, let's switch over to their audio. Why is that not working? I'm trying to switch over to their audio. Huh. I'm not really sure why. I'm trying to switch to Steve's audio, but Not working. Oh well. Yeah, completely agree. Very linear routing. I. Oh, there we go. All right, we got Steve's audio. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. They must have forgotten that they need to go to junction site. Yeah, it seems like throughout this whole seed, Steve has just had a little bit of indecisiveness, or maybe just like confusion. I mean, this game's hard. It's also very easy to forget where you're going. And they can correct me if I'm wrong after this, but I'm pretty sure they're one of the newer players in this community. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. Like, I definitely know when I was first starting out, and I'm still very inexperienced here, but it was really hard to think on the fly in some of my first seeds, even with stuff like that. Like, I know I need to go to junction site, but I still am just like, just not really sure what to do. All right, and Steve's gonna get their dark beam. All right, Zimbabwe is heading in the right direction. This is good for them. And they also have the added knowledge of what is in storage D along with what is in um what's the name? Doomed entry. Actually, I don't know if they checked what that key was. I think they just know it's a red key. I just realized both of the checks that Zimbabwe made that Steve didn't were both red keys. Some nice dark ammo expansion right after getting dark bead. They did scan the doomed entry one. So the one in storage D was an Aegon key. The one in doomed entry was also an Aegon key. All right, Zimbabwe's got their spider. And Steve wisely saving. I always encourage more saving, so I like to see other runners do it. Okay, yeah, in chat, that key I did see. I just missed the one in doomed entry. If they did scan it. I don't think they did though. But yeah, you're absolutely right. They did scan that one after Dark Samus. Okay, so now we've got some options for both runners. Steve could check couple things. They've got Mineshaft, and actually, I'm pretty sure that they have Mining Station B as well. Yeah, they do, because they have Boost Ball, they have Annihilator to get through the portal. Yeah, that was a great high five. Um, Steve also has some checks in labs. We can't really get to Corvus except for that underground tunnel check. So we know the answer is here at Aegon. And oh, you know what's in logic? Sank entrance. Boost ball, spider, power bombs. Who wants to see light beam in Sank entrance? I could be wrong, but Zimbabwe's gone this way twice to get the Jump Guardian. I'm fairly positive that going through Judgment Pit to get to Junction Site is faster than going through Dueling Range. But I could absolutely be wrong about that. Ooh, that's good information for Steve. I don't think Zimbabwe got that. No, they didn't, because they did the slope jump to get that. They didn't reload the room. Um, so that could be our light suit. It's more than likely an E-tank, but I mean, with the limited hints that we're getting this game, that's pretty valuable. Where is Zimbabwe going? Okay, so Steve is opting to check some of the dark beam lock checks in labs. What we got here? Oh, okay, so that's just an E-tank in Battleground. Wow, both suits in wow, right next to each other too. Command center and storage B. Dang. What an easy light suit. All right, is Steve going to go all the way around to check feeding pit? Yeah, feeding pit would be a nasty check because without light beam, it's going to be really, really annoying to get out. Oh, wait, I had save stations right there. It won't be that bad. Yeah, you're going to be locked by light beam if you go that way. Good decision. Oh, okay. This could actually be our first little bit of divergence, depending on what's here. So Zimbabwe is going to go for what I'm assuming is mine shaft. Yes, they are. So if something is here or in mine station B, this could actually have some run. That's another burger. That would have been their seventh if they went for that. And it looks like Steve is going to go all the way to feeding pit. That's just a missile. So right now, Steve's Dark Labs play is paying off. It looks like feeding pit also probably has the answer, unless it's FTA and Sank entrance. FTA would be nasty. Because that light suit is just right next to feeding pit. Alright, yeah, Zimbabwe is going to follow Steve pretty closely here. More than likely going to find that light suit. Oh, I just realized Steve didn't fight Dark Samus again, so they don't have the knowledge of that other Aegon key. Also, chat, you need to forgive me if I go silent for a little bit. I am a little bit under the weather, so I've been a little sniffly. So if I get quiet for a second, I need to blow my nose. Could be vanilla light beam right here. Looks like we're gonna check that first before we get feeding pit. Um, what's Zimbabwe doing? Oh, they want to take care of the pirate, I think. Feeding pit's got nothing. Too bad. Are we gonna see Vanilla Light Beam? Vanilla Light Beam sucks. It's such an annoying check. Yeah, Steve, that... Oh no, they spent so long trying to get out. Yeah, Steve, this... Getting out of that poison water is not intuitive. I think Zimbabwe is going to go for that Aegon key. Reactor core is actually in logic right now. So this could be something right here if they check it. All right, so I think, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the checks we have left are FTA, Sank Entrance, and Reactor Core. Oh no, Zimbabwe missed with the power bomb. But luckily they have 5 other ones, so they can just power bomb her again. Zimbabwe probably should have waited to pick up that key until fighting Dark Samus because, yeah, getting that key resets the room. I'm not getting that key. Just getting the item in that room will reset Reactor Core. So that way you can get the key bearer hint and you can get the item in Reactor Core. That's another STK. Wow. We need 2 more. Oh, what? I'm so dumb. What's this room called again? Main reactor. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, that's the check I meant. Sorry, chat. Yeah. No, you're right. Thank you for that. Oh, and it looks like Steve might actually get this item too. Yeah, reactor core is the sank one with that big spider ball spear. You can get out. You don't need to scan it. You can just get it. I actually don't know like how much can be in Dark Oasis. Like, could that be supers? I'm pretty positive it can't be. And like, could it be light beam? I highly doubt that too. Supers doesn't make a lot of sense because you need supers to get into Lower Torvus. And I'm assuming light beam. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it actually could be light beam. All right, so both runners now have 7 STKs. Well, technically 3, but we started with 4. I think Steve is realizing that. Oh, right, they haven't checked Mine Station B. Zimbabwe, I bet is about to make the Sank play. Oh, they haven't done Dark Labs yet. They'll probably go for Feeding Pit first. Am I missing a check other than Sank entrance and FTA? Because although we have power bombs, we can't get to Sank without light beam, or at least like the rest of Sank. All right, yeah, Zimbabwe is gonna make the play that Steve did, I'm assuming, and go all the way to Feeding Pit and in cash one, the vanilla light beam door. I'm assuming we're gonna get this key and then go all the way around to Feeding Pit. And Steve is going to get the bad news that both Mineshaft and Mine Station B are dead. While Steve is discovering that, oh, that stinks. I think Steve forgot that was a light beam door. Zimbabwe is also not going to get some great news because Feeding Pit and Incash 1 also don't have anything. I think it's just a matter of time before our runners realize where they need to go, and that's Sank Entrance or Fortress Transport. I'm pretty sure I've said that like 5 times already, so I apologize. Yeah, I gotta say, if Steve is in fact one of the newer runners, this is a tough check to figure out. It's not really something that you would think about often. Because you have light suit so early, but you don't have light suit before light beam. I'm sure it's obviously happened before, but it doesn't happen often. Hey, you're going the right way, Steve. All right, one more chance to look at Mining Plaza, and we're not going to get it. It's like face on suit. Oh no, Zimbabwe doesn't have a missile for the door. All right, I think Steve caught on to where they need to go. And Zimbabwe having a problem that I think everyone can relate to, hitting the Nightbringers or whatever those are called instead of the Light Crystal with Dark Beam. Yep, Steve's making the right play. I'm pretty confident it has to be one of these two checks. All right, let's see what FTA holds. Ooh, took a shot from that turret. And there it is. I wonder if Steve will go for Saint. Now that deserves some angry shots. I'll give you that one, Steve. Yeah, chat called it. You must step into the light to fire the light beam. And Steve is going to continue to go for Sank entrance. They actually can do... Oh, wait, no. They can't get through without Dark Visor. So... Yeah, this is just a really tough situation for our runners. Because you can either do what Steve is doing and make this check, which is essentially an isolated check, because if this isn't Dark Visor, you have to go all the way back around to get to Sank it all. This also opens up Torvis for us from Great Temple. So if you go up to Great Temple and go the vanilla way, where it's the normal amber door, you can move the light block with, or move the dark block with light beam. And I'm pretty sure Zimbabwe is going the right way as well. I don't know where else they could be going. Uh-oh. Oh no. That's not good on Zimbabwe's side. I don't like seeing a frozen screen. Okay. Alright. They're okay. Wait a minute. What's Zimbabwe doing? Oh, they must have thought they could get to Torvis this way. Good thing they realized early. Oh, and Steve's gonna find a red key in Sank entrance. I mean, that's... It could be useless or it could be really important. So, not a bad check. So, good decision, in my opinion, to stay here. And as chat points out, and I follow this rule as well, if you don't have the hint, get the key. And it's impossible to get the hint in this setting because no translators. Oh, that is all 3 Aegon keys. Is Steve going to take the bait and go for a Morbus? In my opinion, I don't think they should. But who knows? That could be a huge shift. If a Morbus is something. Steve? Steve, you can't go anywhere. Yeah, there you go. Zimbabwe's stream is frozen again. Let me make sure that that Zimbabwe stream on their side is fine. Okay, their stream itself looks fine. So I believe this is an SG issue. If this stays like this, I'll ping somebody because I don't know how to fix this. Um. All right, yeah. Let me. Why don't I ping somebody here? Okay, well, I just pinged the SG volunteer. Shout out to SpeedGaming. While that is happening, I will go to their individual stream and try to keep you all updated. So let me see what they are up to right now. Okay. And yeah, while I was trying to get that resolved, it looks like Steve is going for Torvis. Yeah, they're heading straight for... No, they are not. Huh, I wonder why they went this way if they're not going for Torvis. All right, and over on Zimbabwe's side, it looks like they warped to start. They still do not have that light beam. So... Didn't they already warp to start? I don't know what they're doing. Steve's making a pod W check. I like this play. Oh, Steve, you can't. Well, first of all, it's nothing anyway, but you can't get it without Dark Visor. Good thought, though. Um, yeah, did Steve just realize that they don't have Dark Visor? Yeah. Wait, did they check pod W? Did 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 they check it? I don't know. Um. Okay, so yeah, Zimbabwe is they're a little ahead right now, but I can tell you that they're still trying to figure out where to go. I don't think Sank Entrance or not Sank Entrance, FTA has crossed their mind. Right now they're just looking at the map. So yeah, not too much to update on. I will. Okay, Steve check pod W. Woo. Okay. So yeah. But we'll see if Zimbabwe figures it out. They're looking at the map, so let's hope that happens. So Steve, so for those of you just getting in here, um I'm pretty sure Steve, after getting Light Beam, went to Sank Entrance, got the key there, and then went straight to Great Temple, back to Pod W and Accursed Lake, and now going back into Great Temple to get to the Torvis side of Temple Grounds. I'm pretty sure I have that right. All right, quick check on Zimbabwe. All right, Zimbabwe is heading for FTA, so they will have their light beam soon. All right, yeah, Steve is going to be heading for Torvis. Making use of the slope jump here so that they don't have to use the extremely slow little mover. I don't even know what you call that thing, but it's not fast and it's not fun. Okay, after a while, Zimbabwe has finally found Light Beam. Gondola, thank you, Delta. Could not think of the word. Nicely done slope jump there from Steve. Oh, I just realized that oh wait, no, that's not true. I was gonna say I thought Steve um went to check Profane Path after getting Light Beam, but they went to Sank Entrance. I don't think they. I was thinking that they accidentally like locked themselves into the room before the Emerald transport. I don't know what that room's called. The room with the cannon and the portal, like the light Profane Path. I was thinking they locked themselves in that part. Okay, an update on Zimbabwe's side. They are checking Pod W now. And they're going to give us a really good look at it. And it was a light ammo in Pod W. And funnily enough, Zimbabwe is also going to check Accursed Lake without Dark Visor. A mistake that I'm sure a lot of other runners have made, including myself. And that's pretty clearly an E-tank in Torvis Lagoon. Life support system in Poison Bog, that's dead. That's just an E-tank. I'm just realizing this now. We do not have a lot of missiles on either player's side. Only 25. Okay, this is actually pretty funny. We have... Oh, no, that's not true. I was going to say we have less missile expansions than we do power bomb expansions, but I just realized we only have 3 power bomb expansions because mains give us 3. Okay, what's Zimbabwe doing? Let's give you an update on that. Okay, so a little bit of a route divergence happening now. Zimbabwe is going back to Aegon. They did not check Sank entrance um like Steve did, so they don't have their third Aegon key. All right, let's see what Steve finds in Portal. Another red key. They actually can scan that from right here, and they will make use of that. Tank Hive key. No, thank you. We already have Annihilator. We do not need that. Oh, Zimbabwe is checking storage A. For those that can't remember, and also because you can't see it, that's the room that's locked by power bombs in Mining Station B. And it's also locked by Light Beam. Alright, let's see what we find there. Zimbabwe just found super missiles in storage A. That's huge for them. Apologize for the silence. I'm trying to get SpeedGaming to try and fix the stream. Yeah, Delta, I know. I'm trying to... I want to ping the volunteer again. Okay, I pinged the SpeedGaming volunteer a couple times now, actually. If anyone in chat knows something else that I could do... Oh, where was Unlimited Beam Ammo? Putrid Alcove, or, No, it probably was the... What's it called? Cache, I'm guessing. On Zimbabwe's side, they have entered Sank. Oh, it was Putrid Alcove. Okay. So yeah, Zimbabwe has entered Sank through vent area A. I think that's what it's called. The light beam locked room with the power bomb door. I don't think they found anything in that room specifically. I was looking away when they checked it, or if they checked it. Um, to give you an update, there looked like a missile on in Hall of Combat Mastery, and it looked like Sonic Boom in um what's the name? Culling Chamber. And we just picked up Dark Burst in Hazing Cliff. Oh, Jay, you're a lifesaver. Everyone shout out Jay. They're the best. Okay, I apologize again. I wasn't really looking at Steve's side. I don't think anything. I mean, nothing major has happened, especially with. Oh wait, they can't check Cash B. They don't have supers. It looks like Zimbabwe is going to head further into Sank. So they checked the early Spider's treasure, and now they're not going to get very far without grapple or screw attack. They can't really do that much. They can only do a couple things. Um, the what was I just about to say? The Spider Guardian tunnel is an E-tank, so that's dead. Oh, did Steve try to go through the super missile way and then realize that they couldn't? Yep. Another mistake that I have absolutely made before. Yeah, Zimbabwe's in main gyro chamber right now. And no screw attacks, so Steve actually needs to do this puzzle. There are a couple ways you can avoid doing this puzzle, but yeah, I don't blame them for just doing it. It's not that hard. It is a little annoying to have to deal with the Dark Pirates afterwards, but not a big deal. And it looks like our speed gaming savior is working on getting Zimbabwe's stream back. Thank you so much for doing that, by the way. Um, okay, yeah, Zimbabwe just warped to start. So I'm not. Yeah, they didn't do much in Sank. Jay, we still gotta thank you. We appreciate it. Oh, is it back? I think Steve's stream just has to catch up, and then I think we're good. Was that a light ammo in abandoned worksite? Once again, no screw attacks. We have to do this the vanilla way. Ugh. Ugh. All right, they're back. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Jay. Everyone in chat, please Please thank Jay. All right. Now you can all see what I'm talking about. Oh, that's double damage in abandoned work site. Oh, Steve got the jump and missed it. Oh. I don't know who's ahead anymore. Those supers are huge. All right, Steve making this check. Oh my gosh, I think Steve has every Inghive key, or at least knowledge on every Inghive key. Zimbabwe could go for hints right now. I wonder if that's what they're gonna do. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Delta, I think I'd have to agree because I think Steve could make a lot. They could do a lot in um actually they can't do that much, but they're going to be bottlenecked into those supers pretty quickly. But it's still going to take them a while to get there. What's that in oh, Zimbabwe getting bullied by um those vines. Unlimited beam ammo is so fun. I always try to RA it too. Alright, let's see what the damage is for our last two SDKs. Alright, Sky Temple Grounds. And oh no. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Right when we were going to find out. No! Where's the last key? That could not have been a more tragic time. Ooh, okay. Ordinarily, that grapple beam would mean nothing, but that actually might steer them away from Aegon. That might push them towards Sank. Especially when screw attacks buried like this. Alright, I will go back to Zimbabwe's stream for us. Oh, they just got double damage. Oh, good. Okay, Zimbabwe's back. Perfect. Would anyone like to VOD dive and find that STK location? I genuinely would, but I am so non-Twitch savvy that I don't know how to do that. So we do know the first one was Sky Temple Grounds. So let's think about where that could be. That's most likely locked by Dark Visor because a lot of the ones we have. Oh, right. Ing Reliquary was a key. I bet it's that one. And considering that we have a lot of the other red keys, I'm guessing it's Ing Reliquary. All right, Steve's gonna warp to start. Smart decision. I don't think we could do anything else in Torvis. Oh, Zimbabwe's gonna check Gateway, I think. I think that's where they're going. Yeah, I guess that's all we have left uh in Sky Temple Grounds. I completely missed what was in Gateway. Zimbabwe can't get that logically, but they could do it with an E dash. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't feel comfortable pulling that off in a race. I certainly wouldn't. Excuse me just a minute. I just need to blow my nose real quick. Oh, I apologize. Nice synced elevator, by the way. Alright, I think... Oh, something's up with Zimbabwe's audio. It doesn't look like I can switch to theirs. Steve's going in the right direction. Oh, thanks, Jay, once again. So Zimbabwe is actually going to be able to make some checks that Steve couldn't with those supers. Steve is going straight for these supers. What a play. Yeah, Steve has had some angry shots today, and I gotta say, I don't blame him for that one. That's a tough location. I can't believe they went right for that. I would not have made that check. All right, so Zimbabwe is gonna be able to show us what's in Torvis Grove, as well as maybe at least check what's in Meditation Vista, but we won't be able to get that without Screw Attack. Unless it's right here. Ah, no dice. Alright, so I think Steve's gonna make a beeline for Corvus. They could check something like Warrior's Walk and Battleground, because those were never checked. Did Did I just miss Zimbabwe check Med Vista, or did they just not check it? All right, yeah, Steve's going straight for this. Huh. Surprised they didn't check Med Vista. It's probably nothing, but who knows? Okay, I can't stand it. I need to figure out how to VOD dive because I we need to know where that second SDK is. Like that's playing a huge role on Zimbabwe's side. Oh, Steve, our savior. They're gonna check it. Okay, I don't have to look at the VOD. Beautiful. Okay, everyone, fingers crossed that we can actually see what this is. That looked like just a missile in War Ritual Grounds. Zimbabwe's on E-Tank in Plaza Access. Oh, looks like they're gonna do this the vanilla way. What is that? I cannot tell, but Zimbabwe's not interested in it, and I trust that they saw it better than I did. Okay, Sky Temple Grounds and Sank. Okay. Oh no. Oh. Apologies to Zimbabwe if you watch this back. I think all of our minds went straight to that too. Wouldn't that be amazing? Without a hint to tell you. So I think Zimbabwe is making those early Torvis checks too. That they didn't check before. Oh, they're gonna go for Boost Guardian first. It looks like. Yep, that's exactly where they're going. And Steve is going to be hot on Zimbabwe's trail. That's grav boost up there. That's going to. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Delta. Absolute Dark Visor hunt. I think with that gravity, that's going to push Zimbabwe towards Lower Torvis immediately. Is that an E-Tank? Look like it. And Zimbabwe pulling off a nice quick kill using a power bomb there. Steve can get that with grapple beam. Just a light ammo expansion on Boost Guardian, but a pretty significant find with gravity boost. That is going to be huge. I don't know if Zimbabwe wants to cross here or if I'm not sure if they were trying to do the roll jump or what, but oh, this could be a late night for me. It's already 11:30 for me. It's got a big yawn. And Zimbabwe is about to come across their unlimited beam ammo. And no doubt we'll also find that double damage as well. What was in here? I don't think I saw this on Steve's side. Secret missers. Oh, it was an E-tank. Okay. Yeah, I think our runners will take as many of those as they can. Oh wait, Steve warped to start. What? Where are they going? Oh no, they didn't warp to start. Huh. What is Steve doing? Yeah, sorry, they didn't warp to start. I just lost track of where Steve was. Because they were in Temple Grounds. I just don't really understand where they're going. That's why I was a little confused. My apologies. It's late for me. Huh. Um, I'm not really. Oh, did Steve not make this check yet? Ooh. I gotta be honest. I'm not following Steve's logic here after they found supers. I'm not really sure where they could. Oh, they might be trying to check Ing Reliquary without Dark Visor. I bet that's exactly what they're doing. Where was Grapple again? Oh, it's in Temple Access, Corvus. Yeah, they'll get that pretty soon. Oh, this could also be a phase on grounds check, but they won't be able to get that unless they do it without Dark Visor. Oh no. Steve, you don't have Dark Visor. You can't get this. Oh, this is gonna sting. Ugh, sorry, Steve. That's rough. Wow, Zimbabwe's getting bullied by this hunter ring. I would. Oh, right. Zimbabwe doesn't have grapple. And Steve realizing that they don't have Dark Visor. Yeah, and they just saved the ship, so that's going to work out well. A little bit of a time loss for them. Okay, now Zimbabwe is just going to go back to the portal. Steve heading to Torvis. Okay. I'm assuming Zimbabwe is just going to go to Temple. Where's Steve going? I don't know where Steve's going. What does he have left to do in Temple Grounds? Not much, if anything. Are they going to Aegon? Oh, they're probably trying to get to Sank through Aegon. Okay. Um, while they both are kind of making checks that we've seen already, I'm going to very quickly fill up my water, and I will be back in less than 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Like I said, I'm a little under the weather, and I really don't want to sacrifice not drinking water. Okay, so Zimbabwe is more than likely going to pick up that double damage after finding grapple, but we'll see. Um, yeah, it looks like Steve is going to go to Sank through Aegon. Oh, okay. So maybe they were thinking they could get to Sank from the front. Oh, we're gonna see a bomb space jump here. Yeah, you got to set it up a little differently. Oh, okay. One try was enough. Well, luckily for them, they're about to find grapple. That's another red key. Okay, so that ing reliquary key has gotta be um I guess it could be the last Torvis key. I don't think we've seen the third one because there was one in Vantaria A that we just saw, and then there was another one uh in Venomous Pond. Oh, Zimbabwe, no! Don't do this to us again. No! Why must you do this? Okay. Stop doing that to us. And I'd like to switch to Zimbabwe's audio, but unfortunately it's still giving us some trouble. Yeah, and as expected, Zimbabwe is going to pick up that double damage. So Steve can get. Steve really can't do that much in Sank. Um, I mean, I guess they could do Spider Guardian if they really wanted to, but that we know that one checks an E tank already. I guess with a key in Sank, that wouldn't be the worst idea. Um, I don't think they can do a lot without screw attack. But we're gonna see a new check from Zimbabwe. We have not seen this. First new check we've seen in a while. Torvis Energy Controller. Let's see what that's got for us. Just an E-Tank. But I don't think Zimbabwe will say no to that. Man, getting a little tired. And unfortunately for me, I'm pretty sure we are just getting started tonight. We still need Dark Visor, and because we're trying to manifest that key on Airy, we do need that Echo Visor as well. And not gravity suit, gravity boost is definitely going to help Zimbabwe with this. I do like this play. I think that gravity is leading us here. But I gotta say, I also like Steve's play because we do have an STK here. So we could get some good information here, but we can't really get that many items yet. We can at least check what's in Watch Station Access, but unless these runners know the roll jump, which I I don't believe they do, we won't be able to get it. Oh no, you had it! Steve, you had it! A free part? Yeah, there you go. Okay, is Zimbabwe taking the portal in? Yeah, okay. I know where they are now. Oh, are we just going straight for PB Guardian? I love it. Oh, no PBs. Unbelievable. Yeah, you could definitely just go back and shoot the. I don't know what those fish are called. All right, Steve's gonna take care of this pesky quad. Yeah, there you go. Ammo fish. Steve, if you ever watch this back, you can actually just grab that grapple point from the ground That might be a little faster. I actually don't know if it's faster, I'll be completely honest. Feels faster to me. That way you don't have to climb up the platform, you can just grapple across. And then like you're pretty much already halfway to the big platform. Oh, were they just checking what the upper item was? I didn't even know you could do that. Another missile. We still only have 40 missiles on Steve's side. Hey, Steve, giving the people what they want. Shout out to O'Lear. And Zimbabwe breathing the sigh of relief as they find out they do not have to fight Alpha Vlog. Okay, Steve, don't make the mistake that I did. You can. Oh, this spider track sucks. Oh, nice. They got it. All right. This might be. Oh wait, yeah. This might be a bit of a problem for Steve to get out of. I don't know if they saved either. And I was being a bad commentator, and I completely missed what was the upper part of uh Under Temple. Yeah, I think Steve's a little trapped. Unless they want to do Spider Guardian. They could do. I wouldn't mind seeing Spider Guardian. Okay, never mind. Thank you, Delta. Yeah, Spider Guardian, honestly, I don't think that would have been that bad of a play. Only because we know the STK is in sync. So you could use it to get out of the temple, and you could eliminate it as a check for the STK. That's just me. By no means was it a bad decision to leave Spider Guardian behind. All right, we're gonna check train chamber on Zimbabwe's side. I don't think Steve found anything important in Sank, so that reset wasn't really a whole a whole lot. I think the only thing they actually found was Dark Burst. They certainly didn't find Echo Visor or Dark Visor. They're really they haven't. Oh, I guess they haven't gone back to Torvis at all since they found those supers. So they haven't found that gravity like Zimbabwe has. All right, Steve heading back to Torvis. Zimbabwe looks like they're going for vault side stank. I I don't know how I feel about this with so many checks in Lower Torvis left. We've got the got Transport Tunnel South. We've got Grapple Guardian. Not that's a fun check, but it's doable. We've got a couple the I don't know the name of it. The Dark Transit Tunnel one, where it's like the little tubes that you have to bomb jump through. This is probably the worst description ever. All right, Steve is going for. Let's see what they're going for. All right, yeah, looks like they're gonna do the Boost Guardian loop. It was an E-tank in transit station. All right, let's see what we got here. Another ETM. Tank map station is in logic right now. That'd be a new check. No one's seen that yet. Yep. That's the room. Under transit 1. Thank you, Delta, once again. Keeping me on my toes. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, I think Zimbabwe is gonna go for that check. ETM in Med Vista. Okay. So Zimbabwe is not going to be punished for not checking that. Unless they think to go back for it. Just a missile. Okay, so if Steve continues on this path, they will find their gravity boost. Um, did Zimbabwe pick up Cannonball at some point? Because they just destroyed that quad just by running into them. Oh, that was training chamber. Okay. Is Steve's gonna check this first. I see. This was an E-tank in Plaza Access, if I remember correctly. It was. Yeah, both runners not really finding a lot of progression in the last few minutes. Well, more than a few minutes. All right, Zimbabwe's gonna check watch station access. Is that unlimited missiles? I can't even tell. Um, I don't know if we can get that item with just grapple. Yeah, Zimbabwe's audio is still giving us some trouble, so I'm just gonna stay on Steve's. Yeah, Delta, you said it. The screw attack and dark are absolutely buried. Okay, so Steve is gonna find their gravity boost here. If the camera will stop bullying them. I have to imagine the next progression's in lower Corvus. I don't see where else it could be. Nice quick cool boost guardian from Steve. I wonder if Zimbabwe will make the Spider Guardian play. Because then they could get back to can they get back to Vault side? Yeah, I think they can. Yeah, I was more thinking Spider Guardian could be a good play because we know there's an SDK in Sank. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, Screw Attack and Dark Visor could be absolutely anywhere. They are going to go for Spider Guardian, I think. Uh, yeah, they're thinking about it. Yeah, I like this play. Especially while they have Cannonball. Oh, they have to lose it right here. Oh no. That stinks. Oh, I think they're realizing that they have to give it up. I would be second guessing myself too. Like, it's having Cannonball for that fight and not having Cannonball for that fight makes a huge difference. He's not really in danger of like dying from it, but it's just, I mean, infinitely easier with Cannonball. I think you're right too, Delta. I don't think you can get Sentinel's Path without Screw Attack. I mean, maybe they know something we don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they can get there. Both of these runners are really making use of the map this seed. They have really opened it a lot. Zimbabwe does have grapple. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to get over to Sentinel's path without screw attack, because you can't reach that door without screw attack. You have to have, or I'm saying grapple won't be enough. You can, yeah, grapple only leads you to the Spider Guardian door. Yeah, that's, oh, okay. Yeah. I wonder if they just looked up a video on how to do this, and that's what the pause was for. I've absolutely done that in a race before. I did that in my last race. Won't spoil it too much, but I just had to look up the air underwater for Torvus Lagoon. All right, and Steve is heading in the direction that I think that I would probably have gone for, but who knows? Randomania is Randomania. Yeah, yeah, I don't necessarily agree with this play. It's really risky from Zimbabwe. I see what they're doing. They're trying to go for the roll jump into it, but I think I and this is me not knowing anything about roll jumps. Oh, okay, they got it. Oh, I gotta give it. I gotta hand Zimbabwe a lot of credit. They are sticking to tricks really well. Like they are being very stubborn. Like they had that one in the E tank, and then they had um, what was the other one? Oh, they had the task jump as well. Yeah, I gotta applaud their stubbornness with some of these really difficult tricks. Yeah, I think Zimbabwe's gotta just move on here. Yeah, that's smart. And that spider track sucks. Nice. Okay. How is Zimbabwe getting out of here now is the question. Steve also going for this train chamber check. Not surprising. More than likely going to pick up that cannonball. Yeah, I don't think a bomb space jump is enough to get out. Yeah, I don't think so, unfortunately. That stinks for Zimbabwe. Oh, wow. Delta. I didn't even think about that. That'd be crazy. Morvis has been in play for so long. And Zimbabwe doesn't have that last key because I don't think they ever picked up the one in Doomed Entry. Oh no, sorry. It was the where was the last key? Huh. Oh, sank entrance. Oh, now oh! Okay. That has to be Echo Visor. So Echo Visor is in dungeon. That's actually really good information, knowing that Dark Visor, yes, exactly, as someone just pointed out in chat. Dark Visor locks Echo Visor. So yeah, now we know that unless Screw Attack is Echo locked, Zimbabwe's gotta just. I think they're burning so much time right now. I honestly think these tricks are what's gonna cost are what's gonna cost them right now. They got incredibly lucky with that supers play. Oh, that Screw Attack! Oh, lower Torvus was the answer. That's a big, big play. Oh, that bomb jump sucks. All right, I'll give it to him. That was an awful Screw Attack location. Absolutely awful. Where did Zimbabwe save last? I just feel like this is burning really precious time. All right, so where's Steve gonna go now? Will they continue through Lower Torvus? Because Screw Attack obviously doesn't get you really anything in Lower Torvus. Because most of it's just submerged. Oh, Zimbabwe, you gotta make a commitment to either go Spider Guardian or just you just gotta reset out. Triple bomb jumps are really hard. Oh, thank you, chat, for once again correcting me. Oh, sorry, it's past midnight for me. I am really losing it a little bit. Yeah, Delta, I've got to agree with you. I think he's got to just he's got to just accept it. Like it's tough to do it, but like I think this is just not the answer. And what is he gonna do once he gets out? All right, missile. Are we gonna go for Powerbomb Guardian? I would go for Powerbomb Guardian. Yeah, we are gonna go. Is there is there a world where? Oh wait, no. I was gonna say, is there a world where we don't need Dark Visor? But I forgot about Reliquary for a split second. Steve, if you watch this back, um, when you want to boost off the spider track like that, make sure you're holding the direction at the end of the spider track. So like right here, just make sure you're holding up, just like that. That's perfect. Yeah, they got it. So yeah, and like on those little tracks, if you're holding left there, or sorry, that's not left. If you're holding right there, then you'll launch across the track like you'd want to. Oh, Zimbabwe, man, come on. This isn't even for like an SDK or anything. Here's why it's really punishing is because even if they get out, they're not going to gain anything. They picked up nothing insane. So all they're doing is just avoiding a reset, but they're not losing anything with a reset. They're not gaining anything without it. Am I forgetting something? I really don't think they picked up anything. Oh, they lose Cannonball. That's yeah, that's not that important. Yeah, I'm with you, PJ. I think that's the play. Yes, Zimbabwe does have Cannonball. I think that's part of the reason why they are really aiming to do this. But it's given Steve back the lead. I think Zimbabwe actually was in the lead for a time. Oh, they got it but couldn't get out. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, they're getting good timing on it though, I gotta say. I gotta be honest, if I were Steve, I think I would have. Oh, I was gonna say would have gone straight for Sank, but the fact that we still need Dark Visor means that I don't mind these checks. We gotta find Dark Visor at some point. Huh. Surprised Steve's going this way instead of just fighting Grapple Guardian and then going in the other way. Once again, I gotta even though I do think it'll cost them the race, I gotta admire the stubbornness of Zimbabwe. Like they have been doing this trick for a long time, and I think a lot of people would have given up by now. Okay, I think that confirms that that Ing Reliquary key is the STK. Because I'm pretty sure that's the last Torvis key. Yeah, and then there's a Torvis key in Venomous Pond, And there was another one that Zimbabwe picked up, and I can't remember where it was. All right, we going for Grapple Guardian? Yeah, I think Steve's gonna go for Grapple Guardian here. Oh, Zimbabwe got out. Let's go. They made it. Wow. Well done, Zimbabwe. Once it just gotta give him credit. Okay, if you're not save warping out now, I don't know what they're doing. Grapple Guardian should be a piece of cake for Steve with double damage and unlimited beam ammo. Basically, just need to get behind it and then fire away. I hmm. Have we um oh boy. I just had a thought. Vanilla Dark Visor. All the keys are in logic. Simultaneous map check. I don't know why Steve wouldn't just pick up that E-Tank, but they know better than me. All right, Zimbabwe warped the start after that. Yeah, Worms could absolutely have it as well. BJ, that was my first thought as well. Um, but I mean, a lot of Sank is open with Screw Attack. Um, like that whole watch station area is open, like watch station access. Well, we know that's nothing actually. Vault's open. Cat or Cat West is open. Aerial training site, both checks are open. Actually, I don't know if the other aerial training site check is in logic without Echo Visor. Where's Zimbabwe going? They're going to Aegon. Oh, are they checking storage C, or are they just getting the Sank this way? Oh yeah, they have to go this way to get the Sank. Wait, there's no way they're going back to Sank. Ooh, stay awake, Java. Ooh, very late. All right, now what's Steve looking to do? Have we cleared Orvis other than Chica? What other checks do we have? Oh, Warriors walk in Battleground. That's what we're going for on Zimbabwe's side. Battleground would be so annoying. All right. Where are we going? Oh my gosh. Let's think of just thinking of another awful check. In cache 2 is in logic right now. Wow. I mean, any way you slice it, there is going to be a really bad check somewhere in here. Huh. I wonder why Zimbabwe spent so much time getting that missile. They don't have a lot, but not little enough to go for that, in my opinion. If that's a good point. Probably just brain dead after that. We go into Sank. Did they pick it up? Missile in Warriors Walk? Oh, they can't do a Morbus. They don't have. Oh my gosh. A Morbus would be awful because Sank Entrance has the third key that Zimbabwe doesn't have. And that is an awful location for anything. Steve's making the vault side play as well. That's not, unfortunately, not going to work out. We didn't really find anything here. I think the only thing we really found here was just information that that Ing reliquary key was probably an STK. Oh, right. They have screw attack now. So, yeah, this is the right play for Steve, in my opinion. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I'm tired. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Delta brings up a good point, chat. Yeah, with screw attack now we can do that whole watch station area. I think I mentioned that before. But yeah, we got yeah, Cat West watch station, both aerial train site checks, and then vault. That's 5 right there. Even still, it's 4 if what's it called? The second aerial train site check isn't in logic without echo, which I don't believe it is under beginner. So that check that I'm talking about is the one that it's encased in that like red force field, you can actually open it from the outside, which isn't intended, but it allows you to do that without requiring Echo Visor to go up through the vault side in the caretaker drone room. All right, Zimbabwe is about to find that screw attack. Here's the here's the funny thing. I really don't feel like Zimbabwe is that far behind. They are behind, but I mean, this is just not over by a long shot. Like if they find Dark Visor before Steve, huge. Okay, so we have four checks in logic for Steve. Oh, sorry, five. Spider Guardian. I think Steve's gonna head through Watch Station Access. I just realized Airy can't have Dark Visor because Echo's or Dark's lacking Echo. So unfortunate. Dark Visor also can't be here in main gyro or in Hive gyro for that matter, or even on quad. Airy could be the SDK. Oh no, I didn't even realize Zimbabwe's screen froze. Oh, they didn't freeze. think they were just thinking. Yeah, Steve does not need that light ammo expansion because we already have unlimited beam ammo. Looks like an E-tank in Vault to me. Yeah, Steve wisely gonna take out the res bits before doing this puzzle in the room. I think that's smart. Those res bits are really annoying. Oh, nicely done, Steve. Oh, okay. Oh, we're gonna go for the really. Oh, we're going for the instant morph. Wow, that's risky. I guess. Oh, now we're just doing it vanilla, I guess. Oh yeah, look at this. Nice little high five. Nice. Steve pulling off the trick where you can get the ball to stay on the portal gate. Dark visor. They found it. They're both gonna find Dark visor at the same time. Zimbabwe is completely in this match. They just completely caught back up. Now I don't know why they're looking in aerial trains, like, because it can't be anything. The only thing helpful is Echo Visor, and we know exactly where that is. Wow, what a convergence! All right, so um, oh, that's a great point in chat. I actually don't think so. I don't think Zimbabwe got that hit. Steve's right next to Lower Torvis if we want to go get that Echo Visor. How many other checks in Sank are left for that key? So there's Sentinel's Path, there's Spider Guardian. That can't possibly be it. Airy. Thank you. Sorry. Of course, Airy. And what's the other? Main gyro chamber. So 4. At least. Sank entrance Steve checked. Zimbabwe did not. Thank you, Delta. So much for Dark Visor on a Morbus or Chica. Oh, we're so spoiled. Yeah, I think you gotta get Echo and save Spider Guardian for last. That's at least what I would do. Zimbabwe probably feels so good walking into this room, knowing they can activate the cannon. Oh, Zimbabwe is going straight for Spider Guardian. If the key is here, it's GG's. If it's not here, I think Steve's got this. I'm fairly positive that Zimbabwe does not have the Echo Visor hints. But I will write it down to ask them. Oh, Zimbabwe lost cannon. Yeah, Steve really wasted a lot of time after. Ooh, that was kind of a cool screw attack. Um, but what I was gonna say is, Steve just wasted a little bit of time. Honestly, just after every progression item, they just weren't as what's the word? I guess decisive with what they wanted to do. There was a lot of what looked like indecision and just a tiny bit slower movement than Zimbabwe. So this is why this race is so close because although Zimbabwe avoided not intentionally, but they kind of just didn't find screw attack for a long time. They just they're making up for it with their movement because they they went straight for watch station once that screw attack was found, whereas Steve kind of did a little bit, just like a couple different things first. All right, there's Echo Visor for Steve. And we are just short of the 3-hour mark. Zimbabwe, if you are watching this back, you can use this spider track even before defeating Spider Guardian. So instead of using the bomb jumps, use Spider Ball and go straight up to the bomb slot. Just a helpful tip. Hopefully you find it helpful. I certainly do. Alright, here we go, folks. Will it be on Spider Guardian? Oh, I would pick up that cannonball now. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Zimbabwe's doing it to us again. Alright, I'm going to look at their stream. Oh, they got it. It's the key. It was the key. What? Why are they doing this? You don't need to do this, Zimbabwe. Imagine if Zimbabwe had just gone to Spider Guardian in the first place instead of doing those bomb jumps. They would have been done. Is Zimbabwe's audio working? I can probably switch to theirs. Let me see if I can. Huh. Why is Zimbabwe going this way? This is faster? Unfortunately, Zimbabwe's audio is still unavailable, so even if they do get to final bosses sooner, which is looking extremely likely, we won't be able to switch to their audio. So apologies, but I'm not savvy enough to know how to fix that. And yeah, wow, actually at the end of the day, that echo hint, actually not finding it helped Zimbabwe. Oh, Jay fixed it. Jay, it's still saying the audio is unknown for Zimbabwe. I don't know if it says that for you. But yeah, if I'm messing up, I'm not sure how to fix that. Oh, now it's good. Never mind, Jay. All right. Thanks again, Jay. You're the best. Yeah, Echo was complete bait. Yeah, Echo literally gave us nothing. I mean, it was so late in the logic chain. Because you needed Screw Attack to get to Dark Visor. Oh. Yeah, I don't have much else to say anymore. It's just what a seed. I mean, this was ridiculous. Yeah, Steve looks like he's saving Spider Guardian for last, which is probably exactly what I would have done. I'm pretty sure both runners debated doing Spider Guardian too. Yes, and I think Steve just figured it out. All right, Zimbabwe's on their way to get the last STK. Oh, Steve, don't do Airy. Don't do it. Okay, I think they're going for Spider. I don't know if that was a call out to next week's preset or not, but that was clever. No! Steve, no! 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 Did they save? No, what are you doing? And that is the final STK for Zimbabwe, and they should be able to get to final bosses fairly quickly from here. I gotta be honest, I actually don't know like the optimal way to fight Dark Samus 2. Does Steve know you could check this item before you defeat Dark Samus? Yeah, this was a really rude seed. I mean, Screw Attack buried. That's never good. And then Dark Visor locked behind Screw Attack. Honestly, Super Missiles were in an awful spot, but both of them got it immediately. I still can't believe Zimbabwe made that check first. Uh, yeah, that's kind of the whole draw of this week. It makes it really, really difficult when You don't have hints. And Steve getting the news that it's not on Airy. And at 3 hours and 11 minutes, Zimbabwe enters the Dark World to get to the Sky Temple. Yeah, at this point in the run, I'm sure both of them were like, I mean, they're not done yet, so maybe I still have a chance. They've also got to feel a little validated because this was just so trash. I mean, not to mention too, like the early game was so long. Like Dark Beam was in Junction Site, locked behind Spider, which was in Underground Tunnel. Then Light Beam was in Fortress Transport Access. Like they basically had to clear out all of Aegon too. All right, finally into the Sky Temple, and luckily for Zimbabwe, there's no time crunch on them, so they're free to save. Steve, if you're watching this back, oh, okay, yeah, they do know that you can use Spider Track. Okay. All right. Emperor with unlimited beam ammo and double damage, this should be a piece of cake. Yeah, going for the Annihilator strat, which I think is probably smart with unlimited beam ammo and double damage. Let's see how many times I can say unlimited beam ammo and double damage. Nice. Good one cycle from Zimbabwe. Could use the power bomb there too. Now is a really good time to say, please, please, please follow both of these runners. They have clearly suffered for your benefit. So please give them a follow. I just dropped their Twitch channels in the chat as well. You guys can follow me too. I don't stream a lot, but I mean, if you want to, that's totally fine. Zimbabwe getting kind of bullied by Emperor. Oh, that should do some good damage. Oh, that's a lot, actually. Oh, go. Go, Zimbabwe. Screw attack. Oh. Are we just gonna do this the vanilla way? And just keep spamming Annihilator into him? Yeah, shout out Jay and who was the other staff? Genos Baka. Both of them are amazing. Yeah, could not do this without our SpeedGaming staff. Wow, so Zimbabwe just spammed Annihilator instead. I said it before, solo comms aren't so bad. Kind of nice sometimes. I will say it's a lot nicer when it's not 1 a.m. where you live, but you know, no other complaints. All right, I think chat is thinking centered. I'm gonna give him some faith. Just don't forget you have double damage. He forgot he has double damage. And Steve getting the news. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable reaction from you, Steve. I don't blame you in the slightest. Alright, and now all that's left is for Zimbabwe to complete this auto-scroller, if you will. Let's see if Steve can grab that last SDK before Zimbabwe finishes. Very unlikely, but at least give us something to root for until the race ends. Everything about this boss fight is amazing, except the actual fight. Like, the music is spectacular, background is amazing. I do like the fact that, like, you just beat all the Ing, but guess what? You still have to fight Dark Samus, and then it's just this. Okay, Steve is not going to get that last SDK. It's not going to be close. Alright, I think one more shot's going to do it from Zimbabwe. Let's see. And that is a well-deserved GG's. That looked like about a 319. And let me mark them as done. Did that work? Did I hit done? The commentator controls have been a little weird. Hopefully that works. Oh, I did it. Okay, cool. Looks like Steve's still going. So I really hope we can get both of these runners in here soon, because this was one heck of a race. And Zimbabwe is in the setup, so I'm sure they'll join us soon. And we are joined by Zimbabwe. GG's.
GG.
All right, let's hear your initial thoughts. How was that seed?
First of all, ouch. It was a fun seed. If I had lost, I was going to finish that one out because that was really interesting to solve. But I did several one ways that I didn't know were one ways and found out were one ways. And then I learned BSJ in real time, which everybody got to see. So you're welcome, I guess.
Yeah, we honestly thought that was gonna be your downfall because you were there for a long time. But
Yeah,
yeah, it paid off. We were all very excited to see you actually get out of that because that was really satisfying to pull off.
I was at that point. I just wanted to get out of sync and find one of my visors, and thankfully, when I found dark, that was all that I needed to finish it out. I was banking on not having to do echo, which is why I went to spider.
Oh, did you know where Echo was?
No clue. Had no idea.
It was actually hinted in Dungeon.
Was it really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
scan the dude there.
yeah, yeah, because you flew through Lower Torvis pretty quickly, so we actually saw it on Steve's side. So actually, not getting that hint was a blessing in disguise for you, because what happened was I'll tell it again when Steve gets in here,
Okay.
but basically I'll just go through the whole thing. So after you guys kind of made the same routing decisions at the start. Um, the only real so what happened? You had better movement to start. Um, you had a bit of a lead. Steve's movement was just a little slower than yours, so
Okay.
you took an early lead. And then Steve actually took the lead back when you went for that E tank in Central Mining Station, trying to do that slope jump.
Gotcha. Yep.
So yeah, they took the lead back for quite a while. Um, and then I'm trying to read my notes because I'm trying to. They figured out where Light Beam was a lot quicker than you did, and also found Spider a lot quicker than you did as well. So they had all of their beams a lot earlier. So they once they found Light Beam, they actually went to Sank Entrance and found the third Aegon key. So we were all kind of
Oh
hoping that
no.
Amorphous had something. Unlimited missiles in Sand Canyon. No one was getting that. Um, so yeah, they took a pretty significant lead, but your movement and your speed was just enough to pull you back enough. And actually, once you found Light Beam, you went straight for supers.
Nice.
And yeah, that was unbelievable. That was probably the last place I would have checked. Um, and then Steve, after finding Light Beam, went to um, I think they did Spider's Treasure, which you had. Yeah, they might have done Spider's Treasure and then went to Torvis without supers. So by the time you found supers, you had went to Sank after that, or sorry, you had went to Torvis, but you were able to clear out the whole thing in one fell swoop, which
Right.
saved you a ton of time. So
Gotcha.
you actually took the lead back for a while, and then after Steve found supers, they went back to Torvis, you found gravity a lot sooner than they did, but you avoided lower Torvus a little bit and went into Sank instead. And oh, that's right. Steve went into Sank first before going back for those supers. And they had to reset out because
Where
they
were
didn't want to do Spider Guardian.
I
So
apologize. I'm blanking. Where were supers again?
supers were in storage A, that mining
Okay,
station
okay.
B area.
Yep.
Yeah, so they actually did Sank and had to reset out. So that was part of what actually helped you in the end because they had to do all of that like a second time on their way through. So once they finally found supers, they made a beeline for Torvus and then found gravity and went straight for lower Torvus after that. Whereas when you went to lower Torvus, you actually went back up through the vault side of Sank.
Hmm.
And Steve was actually first to screw attack. They what really helped you was while you were getting out of temple access with the BSJs.
Which took up like 15 minutes.
I honestly don't know how long it was, but it did feel like a while. I'm sure it felt even longer to you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Steve took a while to figure out where to go next. They spent a little time in Temple Grounds. I'm not really sure what their plan was, but eventually they finally went back to Sank. But again, they had to do like the gyro puzzle again. They had to do a little bit more
Oh man.
there. So they you guys got Dark Visor maybe 5 seconds apart. So you guys
Holy.
were completely even after that. And we actually gave Steve a little bit of an advantage because they knew where that Dark Visor was, or that Echo Visor was. So as soon as you got Dark Visor, you went straight for Spider Guardian, which was the right play, and then you were golden. Whereas Steve, once he found Dark Visor, went back to get Echo, and then did every other check, including Airy, other than Spider Guardian. So yeah,
So
that was
at that point I knew that one key was in Sank and one was in Sky Temple Grounds. And you only need to echo for what? For Airy and the Sentinel's Path in Sank.
and main gyro. You actually needed
Oh
it
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
3 out of the 4 checks that you
Oh,
had
did you
left.
really?
Yeah,
I did the math wrong in my head. I thought it was two of them, and so I was gambling on doing Spider, hoping that I didn't need Echo. So
I
that I
mean, you
guess the
kind
gamble
of
paid
had to
off.
do that at that point though, because you were gonna have to spend the whole time looking for Echo.
Right. But yeah,
But
I did
yeah,
that,
that
and then I had the key hinted in Reliquary. I didn't know it was an STK, obviously, but I knew a key was there, and I was like, well, I
yeah
have to
I'm
hope that that's the STK and hope that I don't need Echo for something else that's in Sky Temple
yeah
Grounds.
I'm pretty sure we ended up finding every key. You didn't We didn't pick them all up, but we definitely found them all.
Okay.
Because yeah, because you missed the Aegon key in Stank Entrance, and then
Hmm.
I don't think you picked up the Venomous Pond Torvus key,
No.
and then the other one was Under Transit 1. So
Okay.
at least like we on stream knew that had to be the SDK. But yeah, that was yeah, when the early game is that long and it takes you that long to get all your beams, like you guys had all beams in like probably like an hour. It was very long into the game. And
Yeah, I
then
think I remember getting my light beam around like the hour 20, hour 25, something like that mark. And I was
yeah,
like, okay, this was ridiculous. I felt very behind at that point. And I
yeah,
think I at that point was like, I'm going to take risks to try to make up my deficit. And some of them paid off, and some of them obviously didn't. But
yeah, like because I remember you went to like Great Temple trying to look for Light Beam or something, and I was like, because I just don't think you picked up that there were only a couple checks in logic, and you cleared out Aegon, and the only checks in logic were Sank Entrance and Fortress Transport Access.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Steve just picked up on that immediately, and then yeah, you probably didn't get Light Beam until 10 minutes after them. But yeah, it was. Yeah, when you both were going for Watch Station and it ended up being Dark Visor at the same time, that was insane.
That's amazing. That's amazing, honestly.
No, like it was unbelievable how you guys converged.
I've got to go back and watch the VOD because that's gonna be really fun to see.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, like the one really unfortunate part of this was your stream cut out for quite a bit.
Oh no.
Your on your side was fine. It was an SD issue, but
Okay.
yeah, it was. I tried to keep chat updated. They actually missed when you went to storage A to find supers. So it was just me yelling about, like me freaking out because I'm watching your stream. And I was like, gosh, you just found supers. But yeah, like they got it fixed relatively quickly, but you probably got cut out for a half hour maybe. But yeah, we got to watch that 3BSJ in all its glory, and got to watch you get out. So that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was I didn't think when I was going in there. I guess I was just hoping to get something that would let me out, but I didn't realize there wasn't a grapple point over to the Annihilator door because that was what I had in mind to leave.
So I actually and Steve just got Dark Samus Force with the Dark Beam.
Oh, nice.
Let me mark them up. Alright, let's try to get them in here. I actually did want to ask you about like some of the tricks that you tried to pull off. Like it started with like the task jump that you had just to get that missile expansion. Then you had the slope jump to get that E-tank in Central Mining Station, the 3BSJ to get out of there. Like you were I had to commend you for just how stubborn you were with that, because I think a lot of people would have given up on it, but I mean, you really committed to it, and I had to admire it.
Well, at that point, I think my last save was like 30, 45 minutes prior to that, and I was not about to reset out of there. I was going to spend as long as it took to get that PSJ.
Did you consider going through Spider Guardian at that point?
I didn't know if you could get a cross or not, and I didn't want to look around and find out. So I just
you actually could, because in the vanilla game, that's how you get out of there. Like, you can grapple across. Also, Steve, glad you could join us. GG's.
Mr. G's. Goodness gracious. Oh my God. Too many expletives want to leave my mouth, but I know. Yeah, this should be.
Yeah, that was quite a seed. So, I already explained this to Zimbabwe, but basically, here's the story of the seed. Zimbabwe had an early lead just based on some movement, and just a little more direct routing. So Zimbabwe actually spent a long time trying to get the E-tank in Central Mining Station, without reloading the room. So you actually took a bit of a lead. You were a lot quicker to Spider Ball. You read that logic really well. And then you also found Light Beam a lot earlier than they did. So you were in the lead for a while. But after you found Light Beam, you didn't necessarily find a whole lot.
Yeah, I read that logic so wrong.
Oh, trust me, I think a lot of people would have. Like, that was a horrible location for supers. But Zimbabwe read it perfectly and went straight for storage A, So as soon as they found light beam, they found supers. So while you were in Sank, um, like you went to Torvis and then went to Sank, I think, and you had to reset out of Sank and then go back to Aegon. Zimbabwe had found supers and actually gone to Torvis and cleared everything in one fell swoop instead. So that actually put them in the lead for a while. And so after you found supers, you cleared Torvis essentially. And Zimbabwe was a lot faster to gravity boost than you were, but you followed that gravity boost all the way through lower Torvis, and it got you that echo hint, and also got you screw attack a lot faster. Where Zimbabwe, when they found gravity, they took the elevator to vault side sank instead and missed out on that screw attack for quite a while. And miraculously enough, you guys got Dark Visor probably 5 seconds apart.
Dang.
So, and yeah, this is where it might sting a little bit. So,
Let me
Zimbabwe
guess.
did not get the Echo Visor hint. So, they went immediately for Spider Guardian and got the key and then finished. Whereas you had to go back, get Echo, and then clear everything.
I felt like this was already just one of those seeds.
Definitely.
If K-Rar was still awake this late at night, I made them happy. But no, my instincts were to say no. What's the worst thing that could happen right now? Okay, no, the Torvis elevator's right there. The Echo is right there. Just get it. Let's get these Echo checks out of the way. Because yeah.
No, I honestly, without having the knowledge that we did where we saw Zimbabwe's stream, I think you made the right play. I would have done the same thing. It's just rando's gonna rando. It's tough.
I mean that's the other thing. The two checks that were there, I figured it's one of two bad ones. Spider was the one I thought, you know what, that's going to be the bigger time sink for a no-go. The other three I've got left in Sank all need Echo. I might as well, because that's 3 or 4. But that's that's me getting that hint and realizing, oh crap.
Yeah, that I don't blame you. I really don't. It's a tough situation. But yeah, you guys gave us quite a performance. I don't think I really have anything else. Oh, I did actually want to ask Zimbabwe, why did you go to Hive Dynamo after you found that SDK?
I was there and I was like, if this is Echo, great. If not, then I'll leave and go get my last STK and finish.
Were you just thinking about that for like Dark Samus?
More or less, yeah. Like,
Oh, I guess in your mind you didn't know if that SDK was
yeah,
in a reliquary.
I knew that it was a key, but I knew there was at least
Yeah,
I think at that point
okay.
2 keys that I hadn't seen. And I just wanted to, on the off chance it was Echo, I knew it would take me like 2 seconds to go there and grab it.
Yeah, I
So,
kind of forgot that you didn't have the knowledge that that Ing reliquary key had to be an SDK.
okay.
I'm pretty sure Steve found every key. They didn't pick them all up, but I'm pretty sure they found every key.
I think I ran across most of them, yeah, because...
Yeah, between the two of you, you definitely did, but yeah, neither of you picked them all up because it just wasn't worth it. But yeah, we were really hoping for like Dark Visor on a Morbus or Dark Visor on Chica, because that would have been amazing, especially with that Sank entrance Aegon key. We were begging for the Dark Visor on the Morbus.
No, that was something, it was dreading in the back of my mind, but Rando has not been kind to me if I find all 3 Aegon keys in a quote-unquote relatively quick fashion. It's always been dead.
Right.
I was more concerned about a Chica than I was, because that was my thought, is vanilla Dark Beam was my absolute just here.
Yeah, and that was definitely a possibility because all those keys were accessible.
Like,
I mean, the logic chain to get to screw attack was just awful. Like late screw attack seeds are so tough.
That was really hard, yeah.
Yeah, because you literally needed every item to get it. You needed light suit, you needed gravity, you needed annihilator. Like you basically, and you needed boost to get out of there. Like oh my god, and you needed screw attack to get dark visor.
ugh.
Yeah, I definitely I will say though, like I said, if I had from like the point that I got light beam onwards, the whole time I was thinking if I lose this, I'm gonna like ask for no spoilers in the interview because I want to finish this seed out. Like the
Yeah,
logic was bad, but bad in a way that I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. I wanna know how this ends.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, nah. Oh, by the way, you sitting up there, Java on commentary. How many times did you yell at me every time I went down a path and failed to remember? I don't have Dark Visor yet. I can't do that check. I swear I did that like 4 times.
I I definitely said it at least once, but
I,
yeah, if you watch
I,
it back, I probably did a couple times because I know you did it in a cursed lake. I think you did it in. Oh, you did it in Reliquary too.
yeah,
That's
the second I
right.
got that hint, I beelined for it, thinking, "Oh goodness, let's get this key." And I got all the way there before I remembered I don't have Dark Visor.
Oh
No,
no.
I said this. I said this when you did it too. I've made that mistake before, and I will absolutely make it again. It's not that uncommon. But yeah, I did want to ask you, Steve, like, how new are you to the randomizer scene?
So to the randomizer itself, it's only been about 3, 4 months.
Okay, yeah, because I just noticed a couple times, it just looked like when you picked up a major item, you just had a little bit of hesitancy as to where to go next. Is that kind of accurate?
Yes, I'll put this as more of a I'm having a problem processing because I'm thinking I haven't yet nailed down what logic really is gonna push me towards. My brain automatically just starts thinking, okay, let's look at the whole smorgasbord, not okay, what did this just make me think in logic? So
Okay.
sometimes I'll pick up something and I'll just immediately think of just some of the most random places to think of, such as when I picked up light beam. Yeah, my first thought process was, wait a second, this opens that one door in Sank. Sank entrance is now on the plate. Oh goodness gracious, not like Zimbabwe did. Like, oh, let's go down to storage A.
Yeah, Sank entrance actually is in logic without light beam,
Yeah,
but
reload the room backwards, but that's
right.
again my thought process is kind of
Yeah, I was just curious because I just felt like a couple times that definitely was part of why Zimbabwe was able to take this one is just because a couple times there were just a few moments where you would have to reset out of Sank or something like that, or just
yep.
taking a little longer than Zimbabwe did on their pass through, where they were able to just make up just a little bit of time.
Yep, nope, me diving. Oh, what did I do? Thank energy controller. That's what got me, because no screw attack couldn't go to the other side to get the annihilator door.
Yeah,
And
you're gonna watch Zimbabwe have that same problem, and they spent about 10-15 minutes learning on the fly how to do a triple bomb jump, space jump out to get out of there instead.
my luck with bomb space jumps has been nil at this point. I knew for a solid fact because the only trick I know to get out of that situation is to do the slope jump with screw attack, and since I didn't have screw, it's like, oh goodness. So that's why I reset out.
No,
The
you're
incredible
gonna You're gonna laugh at me, but I genuinely forgot that the vanilla path was to go to Spider Guardian out of there. And so instead of doing that, I thought I was stuck. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm learning this BSJ out now. So
Yeah,
that was my bad because it's been a long time since I played this game vanilla.
No,
the
I would
crazy
so-
thing is, if both of you had just like not reset out, or like in Zimbabwe's case, just go out the other way. If both of you had just gone for Spider Guardian, this
would
would have been a really different seed. Because as soon as you guys got Dark Visor, you guys both would have rushed to Ing Reliquary, and
Right.
then you would have it would have just come down to that.
Yeah, no, that's one of those things of I'm just oh goodness, just treating Spider Guardian like oh it is a time sink. It's a what 3 4 minute fight. You always I've always seen it in all the streams and in all the competitions. It's like everybody seems to leave it for last just because of the amount of time sink it is. But in this occasion, nope. That was progression. But I'm still something else I'm gonna bring up. I'm still a little bit upset. As much as I love you, Captain, with the idea of there's always progression there, why did I have to single dip Torvis to go to Banana Stand to come back out? Good.
Yeah, I remember you firing some angry shots after that one, and I was like, that wasn't a horrible location. And then Light Beam happened, then Supers happened. There
Yep.
were a lot more angry shots after those.
Uh,
Yeah, I got nothing else for you guys. Any final thoughts on the seed?
Uh, I mean, I got nothing other than GG's, man. It ended up being relatively close, all things considered, for how screwed up that logic was.
yeah. No, GG's to you, and for everyone, thanks for the accommodation. I appreciate it so much.
Oh yeah, of course, man.
Um, but no, this we rolled a seed here.
We certainly did.
All right, well, shout outs to whoever rolled that seed. I think it was Baja. Shout outs to them. I just dropped the runners Twitch chats in the chat. Please go follow them. They put on an amazing show and suffered for your entertainment. So please give them a follow. Um, I guess other than that, my name's Java. I commentated this match, which was pretty fun. And shout out to Jay again for fixing Zimbabwe's stream. That was great. And I guess other than that, why don't I actually tell you about the races coming up tomorrow? So we're still on week 4. We've got a race at 2 races actually at 2 p.m. Eastern, and 1 race at 4 p.m. Eastern. So don't miss those if you like what you saw here. And other than that, we will see you all next mission. Thanks, everyone.
Ooh.